Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again with another video. Looks like you guys liked the Unified or Ubiquity video because that video was like skyrocketing. So I'm going to make another video about Unify. Again, this is not going to be one of those, this platform is better than this platform, because as a network engineer, you got to kind of be product agnostic, really, because you never know what you're going to do when you walk into an environment that's not one of the gear that you like played with a lot, right? Like if you're a Cisco person, can't just always be a Cisco person because you may walk into a Juniper. If you're a Juniper person, you can't be all Juniper because you may walk into a Cisco or you may walk into an Arista. Now, this is your first time actually seeing any kind of Unify Ubiquity stuff on this channel, and you want a quick overview of it. I'm going to put a video up here of the video I just did about is Unify the new Meraki option. That is like an overview video. So to go over everything, watch that first and then come back to here so we can talk about what I'm going to talk about now is VPN or site-to-site VPNs or auto VPN. Now, auto VPN is a Meraki terminology, right? That's what they call their automatic VPNs using Meraki gear. Well, guess what? Unify has its same functionality, but they call it Site Magic, and it's literally like a rip of Meraki's auto VPN. Now, before you can do this, you need to have all Ubiquity gear to do this. Okay, you can't do this with things outside of the Ubiquity ecosystem. Just like in Meraki, you can't use auto VPN without Meraki gear. So here we're going to look at it. I have two sites, home office, obviously, and other office there. Now, you can only do this in the site manager side. You can't really, if you try to do this within the sites, it's just a generic site-to-site VPN. But you don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is Site Magic, which is this little button right over here. This little site button magic. So when you hit that, it'll bring up. Now, I already have one already done. So this is the cool part about Site Magic, right? It's literally you click on what you want, you click on the firewalls that you want to enable the site to site for, and then you pick the actual networks that you want. Now, this is like I said, similar to Meraki Auto VPN, but I like the way it's laid out in the GUI here. So let's just go edit the settings very quick. So this is what it would look like when you first do Site Magic. Now this is going to be a mesh. They have a hub and spoke for if you want to do hub and spoke topology, but I'm not using hub and spoke topology. I'm just going to do mesh. So as you can see at the home office, and I have the regular office here, and then all you have to do is check the networks you want, right? Now, obviously, I just did the management network for this example, but let's say you had other networks that you wanted to do. You would just click the box, hit connect. I'm gonna hit cancel obviously because it's already done. And then you wait a couple of seconds here, and then the site to site is automatically built behind the scenes, no issue whatsoever. You have your site to site up and running. Takes about 3 minutes to actually for it to come up, right? And then obviously you can add some more. So if you click the add button here and you want to do hub and spoke or mesh, and it just walks you through a wizard, right? Now, once this is done, the one thing I like about it, it automatically creates the firewall rule once you do this. Now, this is going to be in a zone called VPN. Okay, so let's see here. In here, and if I go to my policy engine, as you can see, it's in a zone called VPN. This is also my RA VPN, which I'm going to do a video on next. And I'm going to use Unified Identity, which is super cool, which is a one-click RA VPN solution, right? You just click on it in your identity app and boom, you're up and running. So I'm gonna do that in the next video. But from a policy standpoint, so we got VPN going to internal. So if I wanted to, internal is my management, and this Unified ID, which is for my unified identity. Wi-Fi, which is one-click Wi-Fi. Again, I'm going to do a video on that later. But if you look at the policy from VPN to internal, so VPN to internal zone, I just said allow all for this specific video. Most of the time, you're going to go down here and actually dictate what you want by clicking create policy. This side menu would come up, and then you look at all the stuff you can actually do. You can block, permit, destination zones, all kind of stuff, right? But I'm not going to create a policy on that yet. But that is site-to-site VPN using Site Magic on the Ubiquiti platform in a nutshell. Again, you have to do this in Site Manager, so we have to go back here in Site Manager, and then you click this Site Magic, set up your VPN tunnel, your site-to-site VPN tunnel with all Ubiquiti gear, and it's literally a couple clicks. I probably did this, how many clicks? I would say like 5 clicks. Site-to-site tunnel was up, traffic was working perfectly fine. So hopefully this video was informative. Small businesses out there that's want to get something like Unifi in your environment, it's going to be links in the description below if you want to talk. We can talk about getting this in your environment, have an overview of what your environment actually looks like, and see where if Ubiquiti actually fits in your environment. If not, we can always talk about other solutions. Other than that, if you like this video, don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. I drop videos like this all the time. Sometimes I get super technical with other technology. Sometimes I just give you a brief overview, but bring people in. My channel is growing. I really appreciate my subscribers right now. Just looking for some more. This is Don from Firewall Technologies. Thank you and have a nice day.